Hey guys, Tightrope here bringing you this starter series tutorial on suppression. The main source of suppression in-game are heavy machine gun weapon teams. These deal suppression as they fire. It can also be dealt by commander abilities such as the Stuka anti-infantry strafe from the close air support commander. A limited number of other units also deal suppression, sometimes as a result of a veterancy bonus or from a bulletin. The first stage of the suppression mechanic is known as suppressed. You can tell that infantry are suppressed as they go prone and start crawling around instead of running, and the yellow exclamation mark indicator appears next to the unit's icon. So if we take a look at the numbers as to what happens to infantry when they are suppressed, their accuracy is multiplied by 0.25, making them extremely inaccurate, and their weapon reload and cooldown are both multiplied by 4. Significantly reducing their rate of fire. These factors combined make infantry extremely ineffective at dealing damage while suppressed. And when it comes to other modifiers, as you may expect, crawling on your belly does result in a reduction to speed, in this case -2, where regular infantry speed is 3, it will now be 1 while suppressed. Being prone also makes them harder to hit, halving their received accuracy and incoming suppression. Suppressed troops also have reduced grenade throwing range. However, this penalty does not affect snares such as the anti-tank grenade or the Panzerfaust. Suppressed infantry can pick up drop weapons such as light machine guns or bazookas. However, they cannot crew abandoned team weapons. They are also unable to crew abandoned or decrewed vehicles. Coming up next is pinned. The next stage of suppression is pinned. The unit can no longer move and the indicator changes from yellow to red. When infantry is pinned, they are unable to move, shoot or use abilities. However, they are able to retreat. In this state, they are also much harder to hit, their received accuracy going to 0.25 compared to 0.5 when they were suppressed. When units are pinned, because they are unable to move, they are extremely easy to crush with tanks. After a unit has been pinned for 10 seconds, things change. Their received accuracy is then multiplied by 4, effectively cancelling out their 0.25 bonus from earlier. With the squad unable to act and now taking full damage, in this situation I would strongly advise a retreat. Here I have set up a demonstration of this principle. In the top video the squad has been pinned for 10 seconds, and in the bottom video I have modded the machine gun to not deal suppression. This way they should be doing the same amount of damage, resulting in the squad dying in a similar time. As you can see, the pinned squad ends up dying first, demonstrating that the 0.25 received accuracy bonus from being pinned is no longer applying. Next up are suppression thresholds. Here are the suppression thresholds. At 0.2 a squad becomes suppressed, and at 0.6 they become pinned, and then they recover from these effects at a slightly lower value. I'm not going to document how much suppression different machine guns and abilities do, as that would be far too much detail and could become invalid quickly with balance changes. However, these numbers are important, as in the next section we look at recovery rates. The standard recovery rate is 0.008 per second, which is rather slow. However, if the unit has been out of combat for 7 seconds or more, that recovery rate is multiplied by 50, which is why out of combat units recover from suppression so quickly. Note in this scenario that the Volksgrenadiers are firing at the conscripts, but the conscripts are not firing back. When I add suppression to the Volksgrenadiers, they recover from it almost immediately, indicating that the 50 times non-combat bonus is active, in spite of the fact that they are firing. This demonstrates that the non-combat bonus depends on whether the unit is being shot at, not whether it is doing the shooting. Another thing that affects the rate of recovery from suppression is the type of cover the unit is in. The values here multiply by the standard recovery rate. As you can see, negative cover applying a penalty and other forms of cover applying a bonus. Note that this applies to universal cover only, such as roads, craters or garrisons, not to directional cover such as sandbags or world objects. And last up we have cover size and shape. On the left we have some conscript sandbags, and on the right we have the rifleman sandbags. Notice the large amount of green cover positions behind these sandbags, and then once the conscripts are behind the sandbags, their uniform arrangement with no units sticking out. And now when a machine gun fires upon them, the plentiful cover offers them great resistance to suppression. And now when they take cover behind the US Forces sandbags, notice that there's one man on the end not really behind cover.
A capture point is under attack.
As a result of this, the squad ends up getting suppressed rather quickly, demonstrating that the shape of the cover and your unit's arrangement behind it can greatly affect their resistance to suppression. That's it for this installment, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe and share it with your friends. You can also support the continued production of these videos through my Patreon page.